wanted to talk about how I started to do things in my own way and how I started to follow my dreams and live the life that I want to live. You know, not by the rules of the society or by my family or even by my friends, and actually following my own heart. It all started in Malta. I hated my job. I complained a lot about it. I didn't like it. And when I don't like things, I complain about them. It was stressful. It was not really vibing with my soul. And I was so lost. You know, I felt that we need to have a job to survive. So I worked there and I just complained, and I learned to multitask a lot. So at the same time I was working, I was learning a lot about tarot, or I was reading a lot of articles about energy or chakras, and that's when kind of my interest of more spiritual subjects started. I've always been interested in like ghosts and, you know, magic, but I never really went into it. So that's when I started to kind of study in a way, but by myself, just learning about it. At the same time I was working, and when I was home, obviously also, because it was so interesting. I didn't want to stop learning about it. I still hated the job. And I just complained, and it got worse and worse until it got to a point where I didn't care anymore. And when I don't care anymore, I kind of don't give any effort, and I started to not, you know, care about coming there. Or like, I went there, but I was very depressed because I didn't like the place, so I didn't even want to go to the job because it was such anxiety for me to go there and work, because it brought me down so much. I felt so bad when I was there. And I don't know, it was an office, you know, so there's a lot of people in offices. A lot of people there, a lot of different energies, and I just felt drained and I didn't want to be there. It was just too much people. So I got fired. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of just like, I'm just gonna flow through this and earn a bit more money, and then I'm just gonna quit. But they fired me, and I felt devastated because right at that moment I just resigned my apartment and started to move with my friends in an apartment, and that was a big change for me because I need my alone time. And I never really lived with other people before, and all of a sudden I was living with 7 people in a 3-room apartment. I think it was 7, maybe 6. I don't remember. Yeah, we were 6 or 7 in the beginning, and then we were 4, I think. It was a lot of people in a small space at least, and it was too many for me. And I got fired also, so then I was like, okay, what should I do? The good thing about that was that I paid not too much for the room that I lived in, so I didn't have to pay so much rent. So I started to freelance. So instead, I promised myself after I got fired that I was never gonna step into the office again. I gave myself a promise in my soul, and when I do that, I need to follow it. I had my computer and I started to apply on freelance jobs. You know, you work online and you use your own talents. I started working as a virtual assistant, so I started to help another guy who had a own company, and just started to help him, and then just worked with that and find other things to do. And that I write a lot now. I write articles and stuff online, but it's not what I want to do. I'm right now in a change again, and I feel it. It's gonna change again, but I don't know how I will be able, and I don't even know what I am gonna do. So that's the scary thing. It's just blackness. Like, it's just, I'm not supposed to know. It's gonna be a mystery. I'm not supposed to know, and it's giving me anxiety because it's not nice to feel that feeling of like, I know that I'm starting to get bored of this, and every time I start to get bored of what I'm doing, it means that a change is coming regarding whatever I'm bored within. I like change. Of of course, when it changed to better, it's obviously good. And I like to travel. To not knowing it, that's the scary thing. But that's where trust comes in. So this is when we just need to trust that the universe has a plan and that everything is gonna be fine. The universe always provides. I always have enough. I always have somewhere to sleep. I always have some food. I know that we don't need so much money to survive. And when we are going through a change, a shift of jobs or a shift of moving or like a shift, we just need to trust that it will be enough. And it feels good in a way, because then we can let go of that anxiety and just say that, okay, I trust that I will have enough. And I had enough, even though it took me three months to go from the past job to the new job. I always had enough. I'm still alive, right? I'm still here. It went fine. When I look back to it, it felt pretty smooth. So I think anxiety or uncertainty about the unknown is unnecessary. Worrying is unnecessary because it's always sorts itself out. You just need to give trust to the cosmos, and that we know that we are where we are and we're here for a reason. My dream is to work through my creativity. That is my dream. My dream is to use my creativity and to be able to live and to have food on my table. Maybe save some money, that would be good. By doing things that I enjoy doing, which is writing, taking photographs, making videos, painting, making music, having an own blog, having my old book translated and published, starting my new book that I haven't done yet because I have so much going on, so I don't have the energy or time to just sit down and start all of that. I know that it's hard to live by this. I know that it's needed like faith and not giving up on yourself and on the project or on what it is that you want to create. And maybe some things that we do are not supposed to be done, even though we had the idea, but then we can maybe use it in another way. And notice that, like, I have so much text, so much just thoughts that I've written down since 3 years back, since I went to India for the first time. That's where I want to start my book, because that's where it all began. And I have stored all of the text or thoughts that I've written, or like all of the symbolic things that happened and all of the synchronicity that I've been through, and just my journey. And I can use all of that I've already written and that I already created, but in the book. So it's cool. Yeah, I have so many ideas. And I just need to do it, to start it. But it feels like I can't have too much going on in my brain, because then nothing happens, so I need to have a good, very strict schedule, because it's hard to juggle between two things. Like if I could, I would put all of my energy and time into just creating the things that I want to create, but that doesn't bring in me money right now, because I need to think about getting in money now, but also doing the things that I love to do, to create, to use my creativity, and to follow my dreams. But I know I have the strength, and I mean, I've learned a lot of multitasking in my previous jobs, so especially now also. Anyway, following your heart is just doing the things that you feel that you love to do, even though you're doing multiple things. So even though you have another job, you can still follow your dreams. It's all about how we spend our energy and our time. Instead of watching Netflix, you can start following your dreams. If you always wanted to write a book, or do a video, or do a movie, or whatever it is, create a business, create a website, create a blog, whatever it is, start to paint, start something, because we are in a new year now. Aries season. We are in the new energy now. This is the new astrology year of everything. So this is where it starts. Aries is the number one. It's the individual. It's the power. It's Mars. It's energy. It's time to use it. It's actually the first today, so it's starting today. Everything starts today. The new beginning has already started because it's now. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. Ready, set, go. Yeah. What was I talking about? I was gonna say how I started to follow my dreams. Well, just follow my heart. And believing in myself that I can do it, even though I have practical things to think about also. Just being grounded and trusting, and also taking action when I need to. Not giving up. And the most important thing I've noticed is that I need to be in balance before anything else can be in balance. So my emotion needs to be in a good balance, and my passion also, and my creativity, and my mind, body, soul. I need to eat good, healthy, train or move my body in some way or another, and ease my mind in one way or another. Creativity helped me to ease my mind. It's like meditation. So follow your heart by knowing that you can do it, even though you have practical things around you, even though you have another job, even though you have a family to take care of. There's always a bit of time. If we just put 1 hour a day, it's 1 hour a day. It's not so much. I think you can do it. Or 30 minutes if you don't have an hour. But I think you can do it. Especially now, when we're having this pause in the world. It's a perfect opportunity. Perfect. Thank you for watching this video. Hoppas ni har en bra dag. I hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye.